am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
Our life's journey is filled with many paths. Well navigated or unplanned, we are now at a place making meaningful personal connections in a uniquely vibrant and welcoming community. Each block and every neighborhood has its own personality and offers a rich experience for all of us. As Common Pantry works to help those of our neighbors who are in need of healthy food and support, we are thankful for being part of such a caring community. This is the place we call home. These are the people we call our neighbors.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
Residents, schools, churches, local businesses, elected officials, and other nonprofit organizations enthusiastically share their time, donate food and money, and pull together to make this a special place for all.
I am your neighbor.
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 Yo soy tu vecino. I am your neighbor.
Our community leaders and elected officials impact policy and channel resources to support Common Pantry and Common Community.
I am your neighbor.
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 The neighborhood spots in which we shop, dine, and socialize come together in wonderfully creative ways to sustain our efforts.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
Ich bin dein Nachbar.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
As we go forward, look up, smile, and say hello to your neighbor. We are all in this together.
I am your neighbor. Soy tu vecino.
Ako'y iyong kapitbahay.
I am your neighbor. Soy tu vecino.
I'm your neighbor. I'm your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
I am your neighbor.
Soy tu vecino.
I am your neighbor.
Common Pantry thanks all of you for being there for us so we can be there for our neighbors.